Yvan,
Yes.
give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 10K Club. Super pumped for you,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you for being here. What was the biggest problem that drove you to purchasing clients and automation? Why did you join?
Because I didn't know how to scale my business. It's I've been running Trading Composure for many years now. I have a pretty significant, following on Twitter, for instance, alone. I have well over 200K followers, active followers, people that follow my thoughts on the topic of trading psychology there. And I've released books and courses over the years, but I never did this one-on-one coaching session because, it comes back to my stutter, because I just have always been wary about just losing people and not being able to make sense, and them getting lost because it's happened to me countless times in my life, right? People pay a little bit too much attention to my stutter, and then they the essence of the message that I'm trying to share gets lost. So I've always been super conscious of that, and that's part of the reason why for so many years now I've focused on putting video lessons out there, and I've been focused on writing my thoughts down, and it's been working pretty well for me. But lately I've decided that I wanted to step up my game a little bit more, and sort of work with people directly, one on one. And yeah, that's I mean,
So
that,
you needed to get a process in place to monetize your current audience so that you knew what you were doing, right?
that's it. And it was a sort of a thought running in the background. I really stumbled across your ad on YouTube, completely randomly out of the blue like that. And just your message spoke to me, man. I just felt it was compelling, felt it was honest as well. And I decided to book a call. And next thing you know, I was I was in the program, and it's been working very well for me, because I've been following your closer script process to a
Mm.
T. And yeah, I mean, I've made well over 50K in about in about a month or two now. So very happy with that.
Great
And
job, man.
very grateful as well. I mean, this shows you how impromptu life can be sometimes. You're just scrolling on YouTube, and you just come across an ad, and it speaks to you directly, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go for it and try it.
Cool.
And
I mean, amazing to hear that. And that is the process of course, as you understand now, which we teach, so that you can, like whether you like, so you can attract a client that is problem focused, you relate that client to that problem, and everything is put out there that attracts your ideal client. And people come with socials, people come without socials, regardless of that. People sometimes say, oh, because I've got socials, it was easier. Sometimes it's actually harder, because a lot of people that have built socials have given away so much for free. To actually then transition to payment is a really big challenge for them. They
right,
undercharge. And so like whether it's a social or ad driven, it's the same context. It's all to book a consultation call. It's all to how to structure the offer so that they want to buy. It's how to actually then do that and then deliver that, so that you can continually compound on the same thing that increases your ability to get client results, and thus generate more people that want to get those results. So do pumped and excited, and appreciate that you appreciate that, because that's in today's online space. People want an online business, and it's a very they're very unclear. They're very conflicted about how to get the results, and most are doing a lot of things that they think should get results, but they don't. And so although people are putting in the work, if you're putting in the work in the wrong direction, if you want to run north and you're running south, no amount of positivity or effort is going to make that happen. It's the right effort at the right time. So look, that being said, what have you found the most valuable? Sometimes people say, like the closer process, that's it's 12-year plus training in of itself comprised into that. Sometimes people say just like the system, sometimes people say support, sometimes people say the ad copy, sometimes people say the funnel. What has, and I know it's early days for you still, but like what's been the most valuable so far?
It's definitely been the closer process. It's given me the structure to follow and to sort of make the sales happen immediately. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I've I've only consumed about quarter of the program so far.
Amazing.
Video lessons that you put out there, but I've gotten tremendous value from the closer process. And I mean, it's the results have been speaking for themselves.
Amazing. What were you nervous about joining? Did you have any apprehension around joining or the investment?
Not necessarily. I mean, money isn't that big of a problem for me. I work in the financial sector. I have a little niche called trading psychology. I help better traders and investors make better decisions, more statistically informed
Mhm.
decisions in the market. So I've done really well for myself. It's just that I was trying to just I guess scale up my content creation business a little bit more. Uh, and yeah, I mean, price wise, look, I understand that sometimes you have to invest in yourself in order to get results, and information that's free out there online. I mean, free isn't always free.
Mm,
It's like it comes with strings attached,
mm,
I'd rather pay for something upfront, no matter what that amount is. Well, of course, it has to be reasonable and within my means, but I'd rather pay for to get some help from a professional than just struggling and wasting time and energy. So for me, the price wasn't, actually, I was on this call with Josh, one of your team members. And so he told me that there was a misunderstanding about the price. And I think I heard him say 20K or something like
mm.
that. And that was definitely a little bit too pricey for me. But then he clarified the price, and he was like, I don't remember what the price was, 9K or something like that. I was like, okay, that works for me. It's reasonable, and it's compelling as well. The program is compelling, and I'm gonna give it a try. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like that.
Mm.
I mean, so unpacking on some of those things, unfortunately, the world is full of free information. And so, like it's all part of a funnel. It's all part of, getting people into either a low price point. And as you said, it does come with strings attached. And the more people realize actually, if you just go straight to the thing it is that you need and have someone compile all the things that you need, you're saving yourself not just a couple of months, you're saving yourself a year's worth of work in order to get the outcome. And that's unfortunately in the online space, because it's the fastest vehicle to generate an ROI compared to any other business model. If you put 100 grand into a property, you get 10% return per year if you're lucky in London, which is a 10-year break-even point. You can easily make 100K in an online business if you're good. You have to
Mm.
be, if you're a shit, you can't for sure. If you've got a weak mindset, it's never going to happen. If you can't put in any effort, of course, it's not going to happen. If you're expecting 100K without doing anything, not going to happen. However, if you put some effort in the right level of focus, it's not unreasonable to expect that in a very quick period of time compared to any other vehicle. And unfortunately, because of that, it attracts the worst people in the world, unfortunately. But that's part of the process. And so, look, I'm glad that you jumped on, glad there was no issues in that, and super pumped to be part of your journey because I always say how you buy is how you sell. Like and that's not some sales bullshit. It's true. Like you're someone that's open, understands, did the work, got the result. Thus, you also attract the same for your client. If you are someone that's really difficult, got loads of resistance, really skeptical, really unwilling to do the work, really lazy, like the whole thing just goes against. You're never going to be able to get, because you'll attract the same thing. You'll bring the same level of client, you'll bring the same level of effort to everything, so you'll get nothing. So what would you say, my man, to someone that was on the edge of joining and maybe were hesitant?
Just give it a try, like you don't know what you're missing until you try it. And so personally, it was the perfect fit for me. Um, and yeah, just give it a try and see how it works. But the support that I've gotten from you guys so far, I mean, it's been outstanding. Program as well, the video lessons. Once again, this is not rocket science.
Mm.
I've just followed your closer, how do you call that?
Process.
Closer script,
Mhm.
right? And I've followed it to a T, not to a T. I've made a little, some changes here and there, but most of it is still there. I mean, it's worked. I mean, once again, I've made well over 50K in just about a month,
Beautiful.
and I mean, it speaks for itself. So just give it a try and see if it works for you. My hunch is that if you're a hard worker, if you have a growth mindset, if you put in the time, it's gonna work for you.
Agreed.
And yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Just so you know, and I mean the time, like I totally agree with you. Put the time in, put the work in. Is it even hard? It's not hard. Just follow the thing. It doesn't even take that much time. It can be done. Section 1 to 3 can be done in less than a weekend. We've had clients complete that in less than a weekend. So in today's world, let's get it done. So do look, it doesn't work without amazing people like you. So give yourself a hand. Really excited for you. Let's get these next steps sorted so that you're super clear.